Hello YouTube hiking world, Ray from Hike-ALOT. When I'm out day hiking, I'm always amazed by the people who I encounter on the trail that have no gear with them beyond really just a water bottle. And maybe it's because I am, I teach hiking and hiking safety courses, or maybe it's because I volunteer with some search and rescue groups that it kind of sticks out to me. But it's always been one of those things that sort of in my head just seemed probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. When I laid this kit out, it was sort of motivated by the folks that I was seeing on the trail with no gear at all, because I would always ask them, hey, why are you not carrying something for your safety with you? And the answer was always, well, I don't want to carry a bunch of stuff. So I set about making this kit out, and I liked it so much. It's kind of my permanent go-to kit now when I'm day hiking, at least during the warmer months. I change it up a little bit when it's wintertime. I move it into a larger bag so that I just move the contents physically into a larger bag so that I can also add some layers in there too. So let's take a few minutes and we'll dig through my kit. And I liked it so much I have named it my Tiny Big Kit. Okay guys, here is my Tiny Big Kit. I use the Maxpedition Thermite Versapack to carry all my gear in. I clip my Grayl on one side of it just with a carabiner, and I like the Thermite because it can be worn on your hip, sort of as a belt bag, and it clips again down on your thigh to keep it from flopping around. Or you can stretch out the top band on it and make it a shoulder sling if you prefer that style, but I like the waist carry. So let's dig into the contents here and see what all's inside this little bitty bag. Like I said, I do use the Grayl Geopress out like this. It's just a nice easy way to filter water when you're out on the trail. You can just sort of grab and go with it. Grayl does take a little bit of getting used to compared to some of the others, but it's definitely one of the quicker ways to get really good, clean, safe water while out on the trail. Another really obvious thing sticking out here on the bottom of my bag is my Poncho Tarp. It's a good quick way to get myself out of the rain. I can put it on as a poncho, or if need be, if I'm going to be around a little bit longer or need a little bigger footprint to stay dry, I can make a quick shelter out of this. And I'll probably do a video here coming up pretty soon on making these little quick, hasty, impromptu tarp shelters. But it's a little Anyoo, and so far so good. Like I said, I've got several of these in different bags and have been pleased with them so far. Moving around to the side pockets, we'll get these out of the way. I have the little adventure wipes. This is basically compressed toilet papers. These little coins. There's a bunch of different companies out there making these right now. Once you get these damp, they swell up into these really large, very durable TP cleaning disposable cloths. They're all supposedly eco-friendly. I also use a fuel rod. These aren't the, let's see, how many milliamps does it say? 2600 milliamps. So it'll give you about a half of a charge, 40%, something like that on my phone right this moment. I opted for this one instead of a flat one just because they fit on the side pocket really well together. The big thing with this kit was me trying to manage space. And on the other side, I have my ferro rod. This is from Holtzman Survival. And move this out of the way so you can see. I just wanted a good clean way that I knew I could start fires. And then in that other side pouch, move this back over here so you can see it. I think you guys can see now. Over here on this side, it's a redundant water filter. It's the Sawyer Mini. Like I said, I use the Grayl pretty much all the time, but on occasion I don't take it with me. But I do have this little Sawyer Mini, and there's just a couple feet of Gorilla Tape stretched around the middle of it, just in case I needed it by any weird chance. Flipping up on the inside here, let's see what else is in there. I'll just throw some Propel or Liquid IV or something like that down inside there, just for the sake of having a little something. Usually throw a couple chem lights in my bag there. Let's get this little tiny pouch up front. See what else is in here. Oh, lots of jute, because that makes my fire lighting really easy. It's a little bit of fat wood here, just so you can kind kind of quick impromptu fires. Works really well with my ferro rod. Oh, there's actually an extra ferro rod. I think I found this one on the trail one day and just shoved it in my bag. So I've never used that thing. I think I found that one day. Oh, a couple more wipes just in case. And let's see what's in this big backpack back here. Let's see. Alcohol prep pads, band-aids. I see some eye wash in there. Really just a real quick boo-boo kit. There's a handful of meds down there. Nothing extravagant. Really just boo-boos. This kit does assume. Oh, there's a map from where I was hiking a while back. So I always do carry a paper map, and we'll get inside here. You'll find my compass too. I love the navigation piece of having the technology, and I use it quite frequently. But at the same time, it's hard to replace a paper map for the comfort that it gives you, as long as you know how to use a compass. Okay, let's do the front pouch. All right, so immediately jumping out, I carry the little Yuko. These are the little mini storm matches. These things are windproof, they're waterproof. These are the smaller versions, so they don't burn nearly as long as the medium-sized ones or the large ones, but they do work quite well. Always carrying a bandana, and usually a very obnoxiously colored non-natural one that sticks out in case I need this to mark trails and all that fun stuff. Here's my charger cable for my phone, charger cable for my headlamp. I have a little small fire kit in here. Let's see what's inside here. Let's see, got some wax prep pads, lighter, a little more jute, a little more fat wood, a little ferro rod. There's a Fresnel lens. So just a good sort of basic fire kit, nothing overly extravagant. Over here. Now let's get inside the big bucket. My Nitecore NU25 rechargeable headlamp. These things are awesome and they weigh next to nothing. Here is my Suunto MC25, MC2, excuse me, compass. That works great. Have pace count beads on it so I can keep up with my distances. And to my compasses, I always hook my emergency whistle to it. That way it makes it easy to find, because these things can get tiny and they can sort of disappear inside of a bag. I know if I can find my compass, I've got my whistle with me, so it just kind of keeps everything there and accessible and easy to find. I've got the bag for my Sawyer. Just keep it tied up so it stays out the way, just in case I need a little extra capacity. I have a roll of Titan Survivor cord. It's got fishing string in it. It's got snare wire. It's got wax covered jute. It has lots of the inner filaments have been swapped out with stuff, so it's pretty handy. And I've actually just got it set up as a ridge line right now. So here's the straw for my Sawyer. Wow, I have this one leaf right over there that's blowing around like crazy. I've got my Leatherman Rev on here. I like having a little multi-tool, and a lot of times this is about the only sizable knife I'm carrying if I'm day hiking. It is a little heavy, but I like the durability of that. And there should be a little small one in here as well too. My SOL Emergency Escape Bivvy. This is the small, super cheap one. Does not breathe at all, but you guys can see it's about the size of a baseball. And I know that we do not typically do winters here in Texas like most other areas of the country, but I did spend the bulk of a winter sleeping in this thing out here in Texas. And while I will say I was not comfortable, I did not die. It keeps you surprisingly pretty darn warm. So always keep this, whether it's summer or winter. I keep this because you never know when you need to warm up. So these things are, for the price, they're really quite handy. Let's see what all we got. Here's my metal cup. Yeah, pretty much always have some kind of metal container with me while I'm on the trail, just to be able to pull out and do a little quick cooking if I need to. And it fits nicely into this bag, this old military style. It fits nicely in there, and it contours to the side of your leg too, so it doesn't feel awkward inside there. We've got something else down in here. Yep, there it is. And I also carry the little Leatherman micra, because quite honestly, sometimes I just want the scissors. They just seem to make life a little bit easier. Alright, hopefully you guys have figured out now that in this little pouch you can carry a lot of stuff, cover all the major bases that need covering. I did notice one thing that wasn't in there, especially during the summertime. I always carry the little individual packets of the Sawyer bug repellent lotion. I used my last one on it on my last day hike, so I need to put that back in there. And I usually keep one or two of them in there until I run out. So. Okay guys, hopefully you found that beneficial and picked up a few nuggets that you can put into play on the trail. And if you like that video, feel free to give us a thumbs up and a follow. And if you're on the trail now, just remember, left foot, right foot, repeat. We'll see you out there soon.